Hey, hello everyone, I'm David Guerrero and welcome back to another video here on Many Ways Films. A few days ago I found my old Nikon footage from the Nikon D7500. I call it old because I used to have that camera about 3.5, 4 years ago, and after playing with the footage, watching and editing it and all of that again, I realized how good of a image quality and how good of a camera it is. It's no surprise that this camera is still at $1,000 today. I think that if it was me, I wouldn't buy it new. I would go and buy it used, because there's plenty of people that are probably selling their D7500 because they're trying to get a mirrorless camera or something like that. Have in mind that there is, if you want to have a mirrorless camera, the next or the closest camera or the closest price to the D7500 in the C system is the Nikon CFC. That camera is also crop sensor, DX sensor, so it's not a full frame. It doesn't have a huge sensor like the full frame cameras have, but that doesn't affect the image quality of the pictures or the video at all. This camera can record at 4K at 30 frames per second, 25 and 24, and it can record at full HD in 60 frames per second, 50, 30, 25, 24, and that's it. Since the D7500 is not a mirrorless camera, that means that it has a mirror, and whatever that you see through the viewfinder, it's what it is. This is gonna take a lot more practice to get your pictures looking better. When you're using a mirrorless camera, you can see through the viewfinder how your final image it's gonna look like, at least before it's edited, when you are taking a raw picture. And I would 99% of the time suggest to take pictures in RAW. And if you are recording in any type of camera, like a Nikon camera, I would always recommend to record on a flat profile, so you have more flexibility at the time of coloring your footage or giving it your personal touch. Just a quick pause to remind you to subscribe to the channel. That would really support me and I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and let's continue with the video. Even that it's a DX camera, the size, the body size of this camera, it's pretty big compared to a D34, D3500 model, or even a D5600 camera. It is very similar to the size of a D500, a D780, or a D610 or a D600. Those are very similar body sizes to the D7500. The D7500, it's a very well sealed camera, which means that you can comfortably use it on the rain, on dust, in hot temperatures, or in a cold environment. I have used this camera in many situations. To be honest, I never took it to like really cold temperatures, but living here in Utah, I would say that's pretty cold, at least for me, and I never had any problem. I also took it on trips to Mexico where it was really hot, and I never had any problem with it either, and I was constantly using it, and the sun was hitting the camera and nothing bad happened. I had it on the snow and the rain, so nothing happened to it. I took it snowboarding when I was learning to do some snowboarding, and this camera fell many times and rolled in the snow, and nothing happened. And in the end, you can see for yourself the image quality that you get for video. Unfortunately, I took this video not in the flat profile. I think this is just the neutral image profile, which is fine, no big deal. I was able to do some color correcting, just very minor, but still it looks pretty good. The 60 frames per second looks pretty good to me, and the 4K just looks as good as it looks on a C6 or a C6 II. Since I didn't record it on the flat profile, I don't know how it compared, but I think it's an excellent camera. Again, I don't think I would recommend it to go get a brand new one. If you do, I think that's okay. I think it's a pretty reasonable price for all of this camera has to offer. It's really close to a professional camera. The only reason it's probably not considered a professional camera is because it's not a full frame sensor. But other than that, this camera is awesome for video and pictures. You get, when you're shooting on RAW, you get up to 14-bit images, which is really good when you are editing those pictures. Again, I don't have the D7500 anymore. I had it for more than a year. I used it a lot. That's the second camera I had for when I started making wedding videos. My first wedding video was with the D5600, and then my second wedding video was with the D7500. Even other projects that I did after that were with the D7500, and again, I think it's a great camera. If you can find one used for under $850, and if it comes with a lens and a battery, wow, like that's a really good deal. That's it for the video of today. Thanks for watching, and again, subscribe to this channel. Questions on the down here and all of that. So I'll see you in the next video, and that's it. See ya.